Suddenly, she has a problem with the fight against Galamsey here and there, the money they're putting in there. I mean, and I must say,
Mr. Speaker, this budget, we are told, is transformative. What is transformational about this budget?
These people, we need to pay attention to them because they may be raising certain concerns that we can work on them. But at some points, they kept confusing me. And I felt like it was a waste of time listening to them.
Once you are seated and moderating the debate, I'd like to also ask that
they should not interject when they come up with their comments, their opinions, or whatsoever.
Because each person will be given the opportunity to make your point at the appropriate time.
Speaker of Parliament was even tired of this, their concern. I was like, you were just told.
That is why I believe the majority leader is admonishing all of us to keep to the rules.
It means that for somebody to give you money, you must give him 54% plus a margin to cater for a real return.
In 2023, we had inflation going up to 54%, and we all saw it. You are buying sugar at 5 cedis today. Tomorrow you go to the market, it is 20 cedis.
Our fire service, which is almost moribund, go there and see our fire tenders. They are not functioning.
How they were going to create jobs in security services, how they are going to improve on it.
Imagine somebody is on the 18th floor of the Bank of Ghana office and there's a fire outbreak there. What will happen to them?
Can we have mini fire stations in every community, in every school, in every fuel station, in every, you see an ambulance that are readily available to solve situations? When you go to Canada, you go to USA, you go to Germany, you go to all these places, you find all these things there. But what we are refusing to add to this free education is quality and better education.
We want to improve education. Mr. Speaker, free SHS is good, but what we have forgotten.
I spoke about it the other time in the National Science and Maths Quiz, where we saw children commuting from the north to Cape Coast in this kind of situation.
There is no difference between a grade C school and a grade B and a grade A school.
They've put in 3 billion to work on the Mahama Care, talk of the health insurance, the health facilities. And I'm hoping that Honorable Abena Osei Asare. Charlie, this woman didn't come to play. She says that, she asked the question, she says that, what is transformational? At your time, what did you do? Did we even see you people on the field? Look at the Lance Minister. He's always on the field, looking at it. Look at EPA. You treated these people like they were criminals in this country. And I will say, Galamsey is not, they are fighting them on the field. It's like they are on a battlefield with plastic chairs. Why are they? What? And so you do not have that right to come and then judge somebody, say, on why you say, on why you say, on why you say. Previously, you wouldn't buy sugar at 6 cedis per cup. Today, you will get it. If you are not getting it, check where you are buying your stuff. Honorable Speaker of Parliament, please, Ghanaians are asking that when are you going to take Honorable Asare Obey's petition into consideration? Talking of the removal of Abena Osare's removal from the public accounts hearing. Because this woman, it looks like until for crowd. Because this woman has been a deputy minister of finance for 8 solid years. And suddenly, somebody say suddenly this woman has a problem of growth in the Ghanaian economy. Suddenly, this woman has a problem of development in Ghana. Suddenly, she has a problem with the fight against Galamsey here and there, the money they're putting in there. And I must say, And so at the time in which she was the Deputy Minister of Finance, she did not know what was going on. And so now that she's out, she's able to figure it out. Okay, we are coming to discuss this in this particular video. Yesterday at the Parliament House, they had a debate of the 2026 budget, and it wasn't easy in Parliament at all because issues were raised, and we are going to talk about it. You see, last Thursday, when we had the 2026 budget hearing, immediately they ended. The minority came out with a press briefing. They came out with a press briefing telling us the issues they have with this particular budget. And you see, I even told you that these people, we need to pay attention to them because they may be raising certain concerns that we can work on them. But at some point, they kept confusing me. And I felt like it was a waste of time listening to them because they told us that whatever good thing we were seeing in this economy from Honorable Atuforsen and his team, we should know that it is coming from whatever they have done in the last 8 years. At some point, they kept telling us that they have done nothing. And I'm like, should I get confused or I should keep up paying attention to them? I don't understand. I was totally confused at what they were saying. Now, that is why the debate is there. Yesterday we had a debate, and probably on Friday we'll have them on this particular debate again. Now, so many issues were raised, like I said earlier, and they started by telling the majority that they should not interject when they come up with their comments, their opinions, or whatsoever.
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy that you've mentioned the issue of time. And I want to crave your indulgence that once you are seated and moderating the debate, I'd like to also ask that for the smooth debate to occur on this floor of Parliament, we require that there would not be unnecessary interruptions when speakers are making them, because each person will be given the opportunity to make your point at the appropriate time. So as much as possible, we must limit our interjections. And this is what the appeal I want to make to all.
Thank you very much. That is why I believe the majority leader is admonishing all of us to keep to the rules.
And the majority assured them that they are not going to interject so far as they stick to the rules. No mismatch in any figures that they bring out, because they should note that this is a house of records, and so they should stick to the rules. This minority got up again with interjections again. And Speaker of Parliament was even tired of this, their concern. I was like, you were just told that so far as you stick to the rules, you're not going to be interjected. So what's your problem? My friends, just say somewhere. Then they started. They started with Honorable Isaac Adongo. And this man gave us a brief of what went on in the last 8 years and what is going on now. And so per his submission, you can differentiate the two. And there are so many things he stated in there. I'm going to address most of them. Like the inflation we had. He spoke about the last 8 years, somewhere 2023, we had inflation going up to 54%. And we all saw it in our daily lives.
Mr. Speaker, we were also facing serious monetary crisis. Inflation was all over the place. At some point, inflation in Ghana was 54%. Mr. Speaker, to put that in perspective, if anybody was to give you money, he needed to get a return that is slightly above inflation. So if inflation is 54%, it means that for somebody to give you money, you must give him 54% plus a margin to cater for a real return. So you could not borrow for less than 60% under the government that we inherited.
you go to the market, our basic needs were not even met. We could not purchase them because you are buying sugar at 5 cedis today. Tomorrow you go to the market, it is 20 cedis. We saw it. I am not lying about it. It is in the records. Go and check. If you think I'm lying and if you think you disagree with me, just put it in the comment section. Rice that we were buying 30 cedis per 5 kg, abroswa 60 cedis, 70 cedis, went up to 100, 200, 300. I mean, that was way too much. Thankfully, today we have inflation dropping to 6 point something. And today you can even buy a bag of rice, 5 kg rice, at as low as 80 cedis, 70 cedis, ubenye bi. Previously, you wouldn't get any 5 kg rice at 80 cedis, less than 100 cedis, you wouldn't get. And that's the truth. Previously, you wouldn't buy sugar at 6 cedis per cup. Today, you will get it. If you are not getting it, check where you are buying your stuff. Because if at that time, fuel prices were up, cedi was not performing well, and today cedi is performing well, fuel prices are down, why can't we have goods and services also dropping? And clearly, if you ask me, this is just to frustrate the system if they are not dropping. And we don't, then that's one problem we have in this country. We do not have a control pricing. And I think the government should work on this one for us to have a control pricing on certain basic needs like foodstuffs we buy on the market. It is very, very important. That is my 1 cent on this particular issue. Now, he went down to speak about how they were going to create jobs in security services, how they are going to improve on it, whatever, all the things they can do to improve on the security service, like the police, the military, the fire service, and all that.
Our fire service, which is almost moribund, go there and see our fire tenders. They are not functioning. When you have a fire outbreak, it is better to look for a bucket than to be calling the fire service. Because when you call the fire service, they will come and join you to watch the fire burn because they don't have capacity. We are procuring more fire tenders so that our firemen will fight fire instead of watching fire. And that is what we are doing for our firemen. Mr. Speaker, we are collaborating with the private sector. We are collaborating with the private sector to ensure that in 2026, we put together a framework that allows the fire service, together with the private sector, to begin to develop capacity for our high-rise buildings that are coming up. Imagine somebody is on the 18th floor of the Bank of Ghana office, and there's a fire outbreak there. What will happen to them? We want to be able to provide that capacity so that we can fight fire on our high-rise buildings that are emerging in the airport city and all over the place. So that is the work that we are going to do. Mr. Speaker.
Now, I'm going to emphasize on the fire service because he spoke about the fire services, how they were going to do, because there are times where there's fire outbreak, the fire service will come and nothing is done. They'll get there, they don't have water. They'll get there, they don't have the equipment to quench fire, which is on a higher building. And it's very, very, very sad to have such situations in Ghana. And so he spoke about how they were going to work on it. Now, my take on this particular one is that, can we have mini fire stations in every community, in every school, in every fuel station, in every supermarket, in every banking hall? It is very, very important. This year in particular, if I'm to count the fire outbreak we've had in this country, it will blow your mind. Recently, we saw one in a secondary school. We saw one in a supermarket, China Mall in Kumasi. So many places which are very avoidable. Ghanaian youth are looking for jobs. We can employ these people in the fire service where we can get them to be working each and every day. Private institutions can support in this agenda. If private schools are to get mini fire stations in every private schools, I mean, we can educate them every day on what to do to prevent fire outbreaks. And even if there should be a fire outbreak, they are there immediately to solve it. Today, you go to fuel stations, you go to some places, you see fire extinguisher, and akwa a fashion show be. And so please, if every point, fire service, ambulance, we have it today, it will go a long way to us. It will go a long way to help us. When you go to these developed countries, at every point, you will see a fire service truck, you will see an ambulance that are readily available to solve situations. When you go to Canada, you go to USA, you go to Germany, you go to all these places, you find all these things there. And so if we are saying we are going to develop this country, we need to have all these things too readily available. When we go to our banks, we see police officers there to protect the monies in there. Fire service too should be readily available there to protect the whole place from fire outbreaks. Instead of waiting for there to be a fire outbreak before we go and call them to come, by the time they'll get there, now no. They should be readily available to educate, to be checking on things that are possible to cause fire outbreaks. They should be readily available. It is very, very important. Go to Madina Market right now. You will not find any fire station there. Where the fire station is, and then the market, if there's a fire outbreak right now, it should be in the market. This fire station is around Redco Flat. Obedru Madina Market is a more traffic near there than Obedru on the Senna And so please, in our markets, let us have one day. Schools be one fire service personnel cry imagine what it will do. Like what we saw in our secondary school, Please, if you are working on things to improve on our fire service stations, please include these things too, so that we will not find this fire outbreaks here and there. We will not find them. Please, we beg you. Now, he also spoke about the free education, where they agree to it that free education in our secondary schools is very, very important. But what we are refusing to add to this free education is quality and better education. And that is what this government is in to do.
We want to improve education. Mr. Speaker, free SHS is good. But what we have forgotten is that if you are having student enrollment of 200,000 and you are using the same infrastructure and school enrollment increases by threefold to 600,000, you must provide more schools, you must provide more educational infrastructure, you must provide more dormitories, and you must be able to improve teaching and learning to accommodate the expanded numbers. As we speak today, His Excellency has declared that by the time he leaves office, there will be no grade 1, grade A, grade B, grade C schools. All of them will be schools of Ghana, and we will upgrade all of them to a level that we are proud to send our children to. So if you get up and you go to a grade C school, there is no difference between a grade C school and a grade B and a grade A school. And by doing that, we are expanding the funding to Ghana Education Trust Fund, the GET Fund.
If you are saying all the children should go to school free, where are the dormitories? Where are the classroom blocks? It is very, very important that we do all these things so that it will accommodate all of them at one time, not that we have green, gold track, white track and all that, and we'll see children at home not going to school, we'll be also green track, and we'll be also gold track. And children are moving around in their homes, misbehaving. They are not in school. And so it is very, very important. And the part where he spoke about them giving proper facilities to all the schools, that one I'm very, very interested in that particular one. Because I spoke about it the other time in the National Science and Maths quiz, where we saw children commuting from the north to Cape Coast in this kind of situation. And so if they are given equal facilities in their schools, I mean, it will create, I mean, we'll have a better education in the schools. If the children do not have better facilities, they wouldn't have a sound mind to learn. And so if they have all these, we know what to expect. Even if the children is academically good, if he's not having all these things at their reach, if they are not having it at their reach, they will end up being frustrated and the learning becomes very difficult. And so this is a very good point that Honorable Isaac Adongo has raised that will help the education system, because these children are our future leaders. Very soon we'll be seeing these people replacing you people. And so it is very, very important that you treat them fairly as they are coming up in terms of their education. And so I like that point. Now, he spoke about our health facilities too, that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has invested in. Talking of this budget, they've put in 3 billion to work on the Mahama Care, talk of the health insurance, I mean, the health facilities. And I'm hoping that the health professionals too are being catered for properly. It is very, very important, because to take care of somebody is not an easy task. Though we agree to it that it is a work of passion, but passion in nature, if you are not treated well, it will give you a different mindset or a different energy altogether. And so please, our health professionals too, let us treat them well. When it's time for us to pay them, let us pay them properly so that they will have the energy and the passion properly to take care of the sick in the hospital. It is very, very important. Now, in total, I'll say that I like the submission of Honorable Isaac Adongo. If we look at it carefully, it will go a long way to help the country. And I've also added my submission to it. Now, right after Honorable Isaac Adongo, we had Honorable Abena Osei Asare. Charlie, this woman didn't come to play. She says that, she asked the question, she says that, what is transformational about this budget, as they have themed it, transformational, job creation, blah, blah, blah.
Mr. Speaker, this budget, we are told, is transformative. What is transformational about this budget? Mr. Speaker, you are adding close to 50 billion in expenditure to the 2026 budget from 2025 budget. But what do we see in the growth numbers? A paltry 0.1% growth. They are forecasting that growth will increase to 4.9% from 4.8%. After the Nkukwan Kitinkiti, after the 200 schools and machinery and all the things they are saying they are going to do, Mr. Speaker, it is not reflecting in the growth.
She says, what is the growth in this budget? Hey, Mame, we were in this country 8 good years. We did not see any transformation. If we saw a transformation, then it was good to bad, good to worse. That is what we saw. But we did not see any growth. That is my opinion. Trust me. And the records are there for you to see it. Free education, we saw how our children, even we saw a lot of them on social media complaining, free education, now the government says he's going to make it better. They are going to do this, they are going to do that. Me, my only problem is how they are going to implement it. That is my problem. Because as they have stated it in a day, it's a good thing. What they have stated in there means a good thing to me. But how to implement it? And I trust that they will implement it because they have done it before. And they are doing it now. And so I trust that they will do it. Talk of COVID levy, it is off. And which will lift certain burdens off the shoulder of Ghanaians. Is this not transformational enough that when you go to the supermarket or you go to the market to buy something, you wouldn't find any, or you go to the restaurant to buy food, at least for once, you enjoy yourself small. You will not find COVID levy in there. Is it not transformational enough that now you are going to buy fuel and it's not at 17 or 15 cities and it's at 12 cities? Is it not transformational enough? Say, dollar that rose to 17 cities is now 10 cities. Madam, you are busy talking about Galamsey, the fight against Galamsey. At the time of your government, youth of Ghana rose to fight against Galamsey. What did we see? According to you, even Ghanaians are even complaining that this 150 billion Ghana cedis that have been allocated for this fight against Galamsey, Ghanaians are complaining that it's too much. You are here saying it is too small to fight and that Galamsey is a pressing issue. It is this, it is that. At your time, what did you do? Did we even see you people on the field? Look at the lands minister. He's always on the field looking at it. Look at EPA. They are always on the field. Look at the 9. Look at what we are hearing now. Recently, I saw that about 1,700 people have been arrested from this Galamsey. How many people did you arrest at your time? Tell us. Look at how you are busy figuring out. You see, honestly, let me be clear here. I don't have a problem with the concerns she's raising. I don't have a problem. It is possible that this 150 billion Ghana cedis is too small. Looking at what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama stated that they were going to do to fight against this Galamsey, personally, I also think it's too small. And so I don't have a problem with the concern she's raising. But the fact that it is coming from her, she was a deputy minister of finance for 8 solid years. And I did not see her talk like this, passionately aggressively like this. Suddenly she has the passion and compassion. She's so compassionate for the people of Ghana. I'm curious. I want to know. I even heard that your constituency, go and see the Galamsey that is going on there. What have you done about it? Allegedly, I heard. What have you done about it? And you are busy in parliament bringing out figures, this and that, and I say, who so. So at your time, you did not see all these things being wrong at your time when we were buying common sugar. Very expensive. Oil, very expensive. Dollar was around 17. And this was between you and Kenuforiata. 17 cedis. You did not see anything wrong with it. Now dollar is around 10 cedis, and suddenly you have a problem with growth in the country called Ghana. What growth are you looking for? Tell me. Abena Osei, tell me, what growth are you looking for in this particular budget? How many jobs did you created at your time of government? The other day, Baumia said he created jobs for mumu vendors. And I don't know where you people gave capital to mumu vendors to operate mumu business in this country. But that is what he said is the jobs that they created. And you are here busy saying that job. I mean, Massa. Go and sit somewhere. Go and sit somewhere because it looks like you've got nothing better to say. Instead of you to, Charlie, she knows what to do, but they just don't want to do it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section concerning this budget that you have heard. The fight against Galamsey is so on. For that one day, we will do it. But for you to come and sit here and tell us that you are doing it as if we are using plastic chairs, for you to use this, why are you not in this country? Are you not seeing what is going on? Are you not seeing it? Did you people stand on your toes to tell us that you are going after these Galamseyers as the lands minister or as he stated? Were you able to tell us this? No. It took the youth of Ghana to move on the streets of Accra. And what happened? You even took them behind bars. You treated these people like they were criminals in this country. And I will say, Galamsey, yes, now they are fighting them on the fields. it's like they are on a battlefield with plastic chairs. Why are they what? Why are they? Nipa ya there. See, you see, me, I always tell you that here on this channel, we are always coming here with the truth. We are not going to misinform anybody. Truth in media brown. But I've added my opinion by telling you, say, this submission that he is bringing, it is good. Say, we treat it with a matter of urgency, we treat it with a matter of aggressiveness and all that. But not from her. What did she do at her time? What did she do at her time? They didn't do this. Did they? No. And so you do not have that right to come and then judge somebody, say, on why you say, on why you say, on why you say. But ladies and gentlemen, on a more serious note, Ghana, we need to make it a better one for all of us. And this is to the government of Ghana, and this is to the people of Ghana. As the government is trying to do it, let us also support them. Don't forget, I've told you that here we are clacking it. And in this era in which we are going to make sure that we put Ghana on a better level, just as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama stated, and will betides any government official that will bring out any scandal. You know it already. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.